I am a 32-year-old successful businessman. I am loyal, calm, and deeply value trust. Every year, I host an annual New Year's Eve party to celebrate with my loved ones. My wife, Sophia, who is 29, is beautiful, charming, and social, but she often craves validation, blurring the line between fun and disloyalty. Mark Ryder, a 34-year-old friend and business associate of mine, is charismatic and focused, though he has a habit of crossing boundaries. Meanwhile, Rachel Ford, Sophia's best friend, is sharp, observant, and fiercely loyal to me, often acting as the voice of reason when cracks in my marriage begin to surface. It was New Year's Eve, and my house was alive with music, laughter, and the clinking of glasses. Friends mingled, champagne flowed, and confetti glittered on the tables. I stood proudly looking around. This was my favorite night of the year. But then something caught my eye across the room. Sophia sat far too close to Mark. At first, it was just a laugh here and there, nothing unusual. But then I noticed it, the lingering eye contact. Mark whispered something into Sophia's ear that made her giggle like a schoolgirl. My smile froze. Was this innocent flirting, or was it something more? I tried to shake it off, but a voice inside me whispered, "Watch closer." The house buzzed with energy, music booming, glasses clinking, and laughter echoing across the crowded rooms. But for me, the festive cheer began to feel like white noise. My attention was locked on Sophia, who sat on the plush corner sofa with Mark. At first glance, it seemed innocent enough. Sophia's laughter rang out, soft and melodic, as Mark leaned in close and murmured something I couldn't hear. But it wasn't the laughter that unnerved me. It was the way she laughed. The kind of laugh reserved for private, intimate moments. My jaw tightened as I took a sip of my drink, my eyes narrowing. Mark's hand casually brushed against Sophia's arm as she playfully swatted him away. It might have seemed harmless to anyone else, but to me, it was a spark of doubt, growing into a flame. A soft voice pulled me from my daze. I turned to see Rachel, Sophia's best friend. Rachel, always perceptive, had noticed my tension. "You okay?" she asked, her eyes darting toward the sofa. My voice was low. "You see it too, don't you?" Rachel hesitated, but then nodded. "I've been watching them for a while now. Sophia's acting different. It's too much for just friendly fun." A lump formed in my throat. My heart, which had always trusted Sophia without question, now pulsed with uncertainty. My gaze returned to my wife and Mark. Another whisper, another giggle. Rachel spoke again, her tone careful but firm. "You need to decide how long you're going to let this go on." I didn't answer. The doubt was growing, spreading like poison. Something wasn't right. The clock neared midnight, and the countdown began. People cheered. Champagne glasses were topped off, and couples huddled together in anticipation of the new year. I watched as Sophia and Mark remained inseparable. Mark leaned in once again, whispering into Sophia's ear. Her smile widened, and she placed her hand on his knee, just for a moment. But it was long enough to make my blood boil. That was it. I set my drink down with a hard thud, my face stone cold as I marched across the room. Conversations hushed as I reached the table, towering over the pair. "Having a good time?" My voice cut through the air, sharp and controlled. Mark leaned back in his chair, a lazy smirk playing on his lips. "Relax, man. We're just talking." My glare shifted to Sophia, whose expression wavered between shock and guilt. "Just talking," I said, my voice steady but seething. Because from where I'm standing, it looks like something very different. Sophia opened her mouth to speak, but Mark beat her to it. "You're overreacting," he said. "It's just a bit of fun." My patience snapped like a twig. "Funny," I spat. "You've spent the whole night whispering in my wife's ear, putting your hands all over her. You think I don't see it." Mark chuckled dismissively. "Oh, come on, man. Don't embarrass yourself," he sneered. That was the final straw. In one swift motion, I grabbed Mark by the collar, yanking him to his feet. Before anyone could react, I slammed his face down onto the table with a resounding crack. Glasses and plates rattled, and a gasp rippled through the room. Sophia screamed, rising to her feet as blood dripped from Mark's nose. He stumbled back, his smirk completely gone. I pointed a shaking finger at him, my voice low and venomous. "How dare you disrespect me in my own home?" Mark didn't dare reply. The crowd fell into an awkward silence as I turned to Sophia. My voice cracked. "And you, we're going to talk now, behind closed doors." The noise of the party felt miles away. I stood by the window, fists clenched, staring into the dark. Sophia hovered near the edge of the couch, her arms wrapped around herself like a shield. "Sophia," she started softly. I turned to face her, my eyes filled with hurt and frustration. "What the hell was that, Sophia? What were you thinking?" "It was nothing," she insisted, her voice pleading. "We were just talking, joking. You're blowing this out of proportion." "Joking?" My voice rose in disbelief, thick with anger. "You think sitting there, letting him touch you, giggling like that, like you're single, is a joke?" Sophia looked away, guilt flickering across her face. "I didn't mean to hurt you, I swear," Sophia said, her voice trembling. "It didn't mean anything." Leon's chest ached. "Then why, Sophia? Why let it get to that point? Do you have any idea how humiliating that was for me? For us?" Tears welled up in Sophia's eyes. "I don't know," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I guess I liked the attention. I didn't think it would hurt you like this. I was wrong, Leon. I'm so sorry." The confession hung heavily in the air. Leon shook his head, his voice quieter now. "You let another man come between us tonight, of all nights. I don't know if I can just forget that." Sophia stepped forward, tears streaming down her face. "Please, Leon, I messed up. It won't happen again. You have to believe me." Leon looked at her for a long moment, his heart torn between anger and the love he still felt for her. "I don't know if I can trust you, Sophia," he finally said, his voice thick with emotion. "Trust isn't something you play games with." The silence was deafening. Outside, fireworks erupted, signaling midnight. But for Leon, the new year didn't feel like a celebration. It felt like a line had been crossed. Hours later, as the guests trickled out, Leon stood by the window, his expression distant. He watched the fireworks light up the night sky, their explosions echoing through the quiet house. Rachel approached him cautiously, her voice soft. "Leon, are you okay?" He sighed, his shoulders heavy. "I don't know, Rachel. I thought Sophia and I were stronger than this." Rachel placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. "Sometimes it takes moments like this to see things clearly. You deserve respect, Leon. You did the right thing tonight, standing up for yourself." Leon nodded, though his heart still ached. "I just never thought I'd be here, questioning her, questioning us." Rachel gave a small, sad smile. "Trust is fragile, Leon, but now you know. You'll never settle for less than what you deserve." As the last of the fireworks faded, Leon turned away from the window. The new year had arrived, but for him, it wasn't about fresh starts or resolutions. It was about facing the truth, no matter how much it hurt. Wow! What a night for Leon. What would you have done in his shoes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Sophia deserved forgiveness, or was Leon right to call her out?